In other news, the Israeli government seemingly slowly improving ties with the Palestinian Authority. A delegation from the coalition's Meretz party, including Health Minister Nitzan Horowitz, Regional Cooperation Minister Isawi Frej, and Meretz faction leader Michal Rozin, arriving in Ramallah on Sunday. And the group, hosted by Palestinian Authority Chairman Abbas, discussing ways of keeping the two-state solution alive. This after Defense Minister Benny Gantz also visited the PA last month. The meeting, however, not sitting well with many, including from within the coalition. Abbas preceded the meeting with phone calls to parents of two Palestinians who were recently killed while carrying out attacks on Israeli security forces. Interior Minister Ayelet Shaked, meantime, also rejecting offers to be next, saying that she'll not meet with a, quote, Holocaust denier who is suing Israeli soldiers at The Hague and paying murderers of Jews, end quote. And likewise, at the Knesset winter session opening on Monday, opposition members panning Prime Minister Bennett over the meetings.
חברי המשלחת הפראלימפית והמשלחת הכללית לטוקיו, אנחנו גאים בכם מאוד.
מה עם המשלחת
כנסת?
Joining me with more, Meretz Party Knesset member Mossi Raz. Mossi, it's great to have you back. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, is Abbas a partner in peace, or are the critics right?
Abbas is partner for peace. Israel is not partner for peace. Actually, it's the first time that the Prime Minister of Israel is saying that. Prime Minister Bennett, whom I support, has said, my government will not sign on a peace agreement. My government will not sign on any agreement. My sign or any agreement or whatever, translate it. Or my government will not negotiate to peace. So then you ask if Abbas is a partner, while he says again and again, we want two-peace solution, we want peace with Israel, we want to live side by side with Israel. So, of course, President Abbas and the Palestinian people are partners. And unfortunately, right now, the government in Jerusalem is not a partner for peace, but I hope will be in the future.
All right, but staying on Abbas, after 16 years under Abbas in charge, critics are arguing that these photo ops are masquerading as diplomatic summits, and that they legitimize a very problematic regime under Abbas. And and Abbas himself has something like an 80% disapproval rating. Ynet columnist Einav Schiff says that Abbas is an administration with non-existent chances of reaching an agreement with Israel, even more so under the traditional idea of a two-state solution. How do you respond?
My response is that in international relations, you don't check how many people support in the public opinion polls the president. Abbas
well, you just mentioned that Abbas is a partner in peace and that the Palestinian people, by and large, are also partners, but they don't support Abbas.
Of course. Many of them don't support Abbas because Abbas did not bring an agreement for Palestinian state and peace. Many of them don't support Abbas because of questions of human rights, of corruption, like we say in any other places. But Abbas is the president. We are not, when one meet the leaders, the president of Egypt or the king of Jordan or other kings, other presidents all over the area, and of course, none of them were elected in a democratic way. By the way, Abbas did elect in a democratic way, but it was, as you mentioned, 16 years ago.
Right. Well, so another thing that's really been bothering a lot of people was Abbas's phone calls to the parents of the suspected terrorists who conducted attacks in Israel not long before. What do you say to the people who say that how can Abbas be a partner in peace when he's continuing to promote the pay-for-slay policy?
I see the facts totally different than you, meaning that I think that you did not describe it as well. You say suspected terrorists, you're right. They're only suspected. They did not conduct, for my knowledge, anything in Israel. I don't know what they have done, but
they conducted stabbing attacks in Jerusalem against Israeli security forces.
Whom?
The suspects.
We are. So why are they not in jail?
I can't answer that personally. But that's not to do with my question. My question is Abbas has consistently stated that he supports the pay-for-slay policy, that no matter how many cuts are made to their budget, they will spend their last shekel on.
I would say it like I will answer in that way. In order to understand why the Palestinians pay the prisoners, you have to understand the Palestinians better. Now, Israelis don't understand the Palestinians at all. They don't understand why they want a state, why they don't want to be slaves of the Israelis, why they care when
I'm not sure that that's quite true. Those are pretty sweeping statements.
It is true. It is true. So then, okay, you don't understand why they pay the prisoners. By the way, Palestinians, and I'm not comparing, but Palestinians don't understand why you pay the soldiers, why you pay the settlers. So in order to understand a nation, you have to try to understand. You didn't understand, you didn't start the first grade, and you're talking with me about the 12th grade. Please, first we have to understand why they want a Palestinian state. Most of the Israelis don't understand that. They say they are not a nation, they are not people, they don't deserve rights. So then you have to understand why they care when the Palestinians are robbing the settlers rob their land. Most of the Israelis say this is our land, and so other things that are so different from the truth.
All right, Knesset member Mossi Raz, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. You're welcome.